Welcome back to the exOrion Quick Start Project Assistant tutorial. This is tutorial number 8. This is the last of the sequence of tutorials for the Quick Start Guide. We're going to take a look at the Raci Chart. For those of you who are familiar with Raci Charts, you'll recognize what this is. This is a way that you match people by the roles that they play to the deliverables in your project. Now that sounds a bit complicated, but a lot of the work is kind of done here for you. This is a typical IT Raci chart where along this column here on the left side you have the different phases of the project. You have the initiation, you have scope definition, design, change control, etc. In each of those these steps or these phases in the project, there are documents that get produced. You may choose to produce some of these, you may choose not to. But let's say, for example, basic here, you choose to do a project charter. Well, there are 4 columns here. You'll notice they're in red, R-A-C-I, which is why it's called Raci. There is an individual who is responsible for the project charter. There is somebody who is accountable for it. So this person is responsible for making certain that it's correct. This person is accountable. They're actually going to build the project charter. Excuse me, it's the other way around. This person is going to build a project charter. This person at the end of the day owns the project charter. That's the portfolio manager. The business sponsor and project stakeholders need to be consulted when you're building the charter to make certain that it's accurate. And the initiator of the project wants to be informed of what the project charter is. You may do a presentation to that individual. Now you'll notice that business analyst appears in many places here, and it would take probably hours, a couple hours, to update each of these individually, replacing the role with the name of the individual. If you take a look over here, if you're trying to remember who they were, who had what role, when you originally set up your key contact list, we added the team matrix role. Remember that? So the business analyst here, we identified name 5 as the business analyst. So when we go back here to the Raci chart, name 5 is the business analyst. So you don't have to keep flipping back and forth. You know which role is the business analyst who owns that role. Here's a very simple technique you can use in Excel. This can take this job and reduce it down to minutes. If you go to your Home tab in the Editing section, oh, hang on, I'll have to make this smaller so you can see it. Here we go. There we go. In the Home tab, in the Editing section, you have Find and Select with the binoculars. You click on that. Then you go down to Replace. You click on Replace, and this window pops up, Find and Replace. What you want to do is you want to find anywhere on this sheet where the word Business Analyst appears, and you want to replace it with name 5, because name 5 is the Business Analyst. So now that you've got that in there, you click on Replace All. Excel has completed its search and has made 14 replacements. So with a click, you've updated it everywhere. Name 5 appears everywhere where the business analyst's name used to be. You can do the same for all the other roles, and of course, as you go through the project, you don't typically have all the names right down to the end. You may at the initiation stage just know who these individuals are. The other ones have not yet been assigned. So again, it's easy enough to update this as you go through the phases of the project, and you share this with people so they know what their role is supposed to be. They know what deliverables they're responsible for. Name 5 knows that they are responsible for building the charter, and that way you set their expectation. They tend to perform better when they know what's expected of them. That is essentially it for the Raci chart, and thank you for watching.